Good morning. My name is Jerry Stigman, and I would just like to share with all of you, just for a few brief moments, what Trinity means to us. When I say us, I'm talking about Kathy, my wife Kathy, and I. We have been members here for about 10 years. We live on Franklin Lake. We've had the property for quite some time. And after we retired, both of us being elementary principals in Fargo for a long time, we retired at the end of the school year in 2008, and then we permanently, in 2009, with a new house, permanently moved out to our spot on Lake Franklin. We church shopped, I'll be honest. We weren't quite certain. As most of you probably know, if we're on Franklin Lake, we're not very far from another ELCA church, which we attended off and on in summers while we were out there. There aren't many children there, and our lives are about children in elementary school. And so we did a little church shopping and went on Sundays to a couple of different places. In the meantime, even though we were retired, I began and had the opportunity to teach at MSUM in the education department there. And I had a couple of good friends who also taught there, and was introduced and had lunch with a gentleman named Randy Scow Anderson, who was the campus pastor. And we chatted a little bit, and I told him we were church shopping, and he said, "Why don't you come over to Trinity, try it out? My wife's the senior pastor there, and check it out." So we did. That next Sunday we came here, and as we walked in the door, this very, very nice lady approached us and welcomed us, asked our names and so on, and we explained what we were doing. We were looking for a church, a church that had children, a church that was very open to all folks, and she assured us that that was the case. So we went into the service, and then afterwards she met us right away again and introduced us to Pastor Lori. And we ended up joining within, I don't know, the next few weeks. That person's name was Jerry Langston, and we are very appreciative of how she greeted us. It was also a lesson for us that when new faces show up, greet them. That was really important. We had not been greeted like that at any of the other churches that we had visited prior to that, so that was really important. And so we tried to do that. A number of weeks later, I had lunch again with Pastor Randy, and just the two of us, and we had begun to attend the contemporary services, and I don't know how good a voice I have, but I enjoy singing, and so I asked him about this Joyful Noise group, and he said, "You know what, next Sunday just walk up there and join in and sing with us." And that's what I did. And so I've been singing with Joyful Noise since shortly after we joined the church. I love it. The worship here is so meaningful, and has been. Pastor Lori, Pastor Scott, now Pastor Eric. But beyond that, beyond the worship, we just love coming here, because whether it's before the church service starts or afterwards, we're shaking hands, we're getting hugs, we're laughing, we're enjoying one another. We really, really missed that in this COVID era. And we're really looking forward to the day when we can get back to that. Some little people that that got to know a little bit, that afterwards would come running into our arms and so on. I don't even know if they're going to remember who we are when we get back to this, and that makes me sad, because we love the little ones. But we are really, really looking forward to handshakes and hugs again someday. This is a real important part of our life. Trinity is a very important part of our lives, and it's a great place to worship and a great place to be. Wonderful friends.